Hello everyone. Today's video is going to be 5 things that affect MPG. It's going to be part 2 of 5, and we'll just get right into her. Number 1 is going to be tire pressure. Um, Obviously low tire pressures is going to cost you fuel with the more resistance on the vehicle. So you want to keep them up to proper rate based on the tire's manufacturer. That information is on the side of the tire. Number 2 is going to be if you're somebody that likes to drive a dirty vehicle, you got to keep it clean. You got to remove the dirt and the grime. Take your microfiber cloth, throw it on the hood of your car before you clean it. Probably just sit there on the hood. Clean it, get a little wax on it, she'll slide right off. Hence, the airflow going over the car is going to be restricted just as the cloth was coming off. That might be a reach for fuel mileage, but nevertheless, it does help. So we'll move on to number 3. Actually, we'll go back to number 2. Don't forget to take all the unnecessary crap that's in your car out, the things you don't need anymore, or the things that you're not using. Take all that stuff out to reduce the weight as well, since you're cleaning your car anyway, right? Okay, on to 3. Stop and go is the obvious one. You want to, as much as possible, maintain forward momentum. As much as possible. You're in an area where there's a lot of traffic lights. You don't want to actually come to a complete stop. You want to keep your momentum rolling forward. If that's 10 miles per hour, 15, 20, whatever you can maintain as per traffic around you. Safely, of course. If there's an emergency, forget what I just said. You got to hit the brakes. You got to hit the brakes to avoid the morons. God knows there's a lot of morons. But if you can maintain momentum as much as possible, do that and you'll save. Number 4 is going to be a poorly loaded vehicle. What I'm going for there is the squat. You get a lot of squat on your truck, which puts the back truck down, the back of the truck down and the front of the truck up. Therefore, you're not cutting through the wind, you're more pushing it or plowing it, if you will. You want to try to avoid that squat as much as possible and keep your truck as level as possible so your truck can cut through the air as the manufacturer designed it for the airflow, aerodynamics, whatever you want to call it. Reduce the amount of squat on your vehicle. I understand we're talking trucks here. Sometimes you got trailers and everything else. MPG is not a thing you're talking about when you're talking about a truck and towing. But if you can do whatever you can to reduce the bad MPG from towing and kind of increase yourself a little bit by reducing your squat and try to stay as level as possible, maybe load more into the trailer if you can to keep your truck level. Do what you can there. It'll improve a little bit. I'll have a video on that separate with my trailer. I'll get into more detail on that one. Moving on to 5, cold weather. You don't have to idle your vehicle now like forever. Well, back when we had carbureted vehicles, you had to let your car sit or your truck and let it sit and warm up for like 10, 20, 30 minutes before you went, because if you put it in gear, she'd die off on you. There's fuel injection in vehicles now. The technology's a lot better. Totally unnecessary to run your vehicle that long. I'm not saying start it up and floor it and go to get it warmed up faster. Never floor it if your engine's cold. That's not good. You got to get the oil up in there. So start it up, let it run for a minute or two, and then get her in gear and go. But maintain, be normal driving, be gentle on it. You'll see your RPMs coming up, or not your RPMs, you'll see your temperature gauge coming up. At that point, you want to accelerate more and get a little harder on, or get out on the highway, whatever. That all helps. And if you have snow on your vehicle, remove the snow. That is just unnecessary weight. Not to mention the snow on your roof, your hood, and your trunk lid. That totally affects the aerodynamics of the vehicle. That throws it way off. Plus your weight, you're killing yourself on fuel mileage. Even a truck, get the snow off your hood of your truck, your roof of your truck. I've got a brush that takes the snow off the roof of the truck. It's the extended one. You can put your arm up, just pull it off the roof of the truck. Just little things like that. I mean, call my little list here lame, if you will. But if you were to just do the top 3 with the tire pressure, keeping your vehicle clean, and trying to maintain momentum, if each one of them saved you a mile per gallon if you can, and you save 3 miles per gallon just by doing that, or 5 if you have a winter time or a cold weather climate, and you could just do those 4 of the 5 and you save 4 miles per gallon. I mean, it all adds up. There's little things we can all do that all add up to savings and helping your MPG. If you think of anything else that I didn't mention, maybe throw it in the comments. Maybe let me know how your Power Wagon's doing for MPG. Until then, hope you liked the video. Like, subscribe, and you won't miss out on 3 and 4 and 5. So thanks again for watching, and have a good day. Like, subscribe.